What is up, everyone? We are continuing the summer tournament here in Real Trivia Face-Off. Today, we have Matt Total Carnage Carnahan in his first match after his loss in the championship battle versus the up-and-coming Steven the Bullseye Busch. We'll see what happens here tonight in Real Trivia Face-Off. Welcome back, everyone, to the world of Real Trivia Face-Off. Today, we have another round one matchup here in the summer tournament, and I'm joined by none other than Matthew Chen himself. Matthew, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great.
This is going to be an exciting match. What's your preview for this matchup? What do you think? You're very familiar with both competitors, so I want to hear what you think.
Yeah, no, it's going to be very interesting. With Matt being a former champion. But we don't know. I don't know how this is gonna turn out. But
yeah, this is kind of this is sort of like the first seed versus the 16th seed in a way, because Matt he was 5-0, and then his first loss was in the championship match in a three-way, and he lost the title. And I don't know if he's hungry to get back to the championship realm, or if it's lost that fire. We'll definitely see that tonight. And on the other hand, we got Steven, who just came off his first win in that play-in match against Mariam that we saw a while back. And he did a spectacular job in that win, getting a perfect round 2. And now he is going to be facing probably his toughest opponent yet in Matt Carnahan, which should be an interesting fight, to say the least.
Yeah.
Before we throw it to the competitors here for the promos, I just want to point out that in the live chat, they're arguing whether Colin can wink or can't wink. I am not sure what is going on. They're having their own fight right there. But they should be an exciting match regardless. Hopefully they don't get distracted with the fact that either Colin can wink or can't wink. But anyway, let's just hear from what our competitors have to say. We'll throw it to Steven the Bullseye Busch first.
Hello, everybody. I came here to play today. We'll have some fun, but I'm trying to win this. It's tournament time. Let's have some fun, and I'm looking good. I'm feeling good.
All right, so yeah, he's excited definitely. Let's hear what Matt Carnahan have to say about that.
Hey guys, I'm excited to be here. Regardless of the outcome, I'm just mainly focusing on working up my stats, getting those a little higher, and excited to face Steven.
All right, Matthew, what do you think of that promos?
Yeah, both very nice and
you're not wrong, both very nice. Not so fire, but Matt just want to increase his stats. I don't know how that's well. I guess if he wins, it benefits him. Steven definitely is excited to play. That's all I'm saying. Steven, you need social media accounts 2020. But yeah, this is going to be once again a good match. I think even though their seedings are quite different and the records are different, this is going to be a much closer match than on paper. Yeah. And of course, I have my own personal stakes here, because if you see the bracket, I'm going to be facing either one of these competitors. So I'm gonna be focused on trying as well as hosting. I'm gonna analyze this match as much as possible to prepare myself for what's to come.
Yeah.
Okay then. So without any further ado, let's just get to the player introductions. Introducing first, with a record of 1 win, 2 defeats, and 1 technical knockout. It is Steven the Bullseye Busch.
I'm ready. Let's go. Let's get this. Yeah. Yes, sir.
All right. And his opponent, with a record of 5 wins, 1 defeat. He is the number one ranked competitor and the former Real Trivia Face-Off Champion of the World, Matt Total Carnage Carnahan.
I'm gonna put that out there, right there.
All right. So Matt coming in with the sign right there. Steven trying to punch the air.
Yeah.
Both competitors coming in with new theme song, and they are ready to play, I believe. Do you guys have anything to say before we get started?
My social media is Letterbox. That's all I gotta say. I had an Instagram, but I deleted it because waste of time. You know, I got movies to watch.
Okay, Matt, do you have anything to say, or would you like to explain what your jab to Sasha means?
It's pretty clear. Don't need any explanation there. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, all right then. Interesting comment right there. But let's just if you guys are ready, let's get started in Real Trivia Face Off, round number 1. Matthew, why don't you take it away with the rules? Read it for us.
Okay. You guys are going to be given 8 questions from 8 random categories, and you'll have 15 seconds to write down your answer, and they must be said aloud when you're revealing your response. Each question is going to be worth 1 point, and if you get a perfect round, it triggers a 1-point bonus question. And throughout the match, you have the use of a repeat rule, which can be asked 3 times, and a challenge rule.
Okay, all right. So any questions before we get to round number 1?
Nope.
All right then. So let's just get started here in round number 1. Question number 1. I'll be reading the odd ones, and you'll take the even ones, Matthew.
Yeah.
So question 1, in the category of fantasy/sci-fi, what do Bill and Ted use as a time machine in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure? Have you seen the new trailer for Bill and Ted Face the Music, Matthew?
I have not. I haven't seen the original. So.
Oh, you've never? I think it's very interesting. I'm excited for it. But 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll start with Carnahan.
A telephone booth.
Steven.
Said an elevator.
A telephone booth is the correct answer. So we'll award the 1 point to Matt right there.
Yeah, I watched the SpongeBob episode where they travel in time, and that's kind of an elevator because there's that switch. You know?
I do. I remember that.
Yeah.
A purple marker is only lasting 1 question, so we're going back to black.
Wow.
All right.
So much for the promotion to the purple marker.
All right. Your next category is in animated. In Minions, what is Scarlet Overkill planning to steal from the Queen of England?
You know, I have been, if you've probably been following my letterbox, I've been watching a lot of James Bond film. I don't think the Queen of England is in a single one of them. I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure there's not a single one, which is surprising. Because His Majesty's Secret Service. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Steven first.
Her crown. Her crown.
Matt?
A diamond.
The correct answer is her crown.
So a tie game now. Steven earning that one, and Matt misses. So there's no perfect game here today for a perfect round, but keeping it tight so far.
Yeah.
Question number 3 is in the category of directors. And your question: who directed the comedy film Step Brothers? I was about to make a stepbrother joke, but I just realized I don't have a stepbrother, so I have nothing to relate to.
Mhm.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pants down. We'll go to Matt
I don't know, Todd Phillips.
and Steven.
Adam McKay.
Adam McKay is correct for 1 point for Steven. So Steven taking the early lead right there.
Okay. Your next question is in the category of drama. In The Wolf of Wall Street, Jordan Belfort buys a yacht with what name? What does he name the yacht?
Mhm.
Just for clarification.
If you get to name a yacht, what would you name it, Matthew?
That's a good question that I don't have an answer for. If only I had the money to have my own yacht.
Let's see if these competitors have the answer for that then. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Steven.
The prostitute.
Matt.
Nothing.
The answer we were looking for is Naomi.
Naomi, aka Margot Robbie's character, which I don't believe is a prostitute. Let's move on to question number. By the way, Sophie said in the live chat that will be Matthew's yacht name.
Yeah, I guess.
I can see it. Okay, as we move on to the 5th question here in the category of horror/thriller, and your question: who played as Michelle, the main protagonist in 10 Cloverfield Lane? I have not much to comment because I don't know how to spoil it. But
Wait, no.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. We'll go to Matt.
Gina Rodriguez. I don't know.
Steven?
I had nothing.
The answer that we were looking for was Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Mary Elizabeth Winstead. So no
I've
point.
seen that movie. I don't know.
Okay. Next category is in action adventure. What 2000s adventure comedy crime movie is loosely based on Homer's The Odyssey?
Adventure, comedy, crime movie. That's a lot of genres in one.
Yeah.
All right. Counting down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Steven.
Shoot. I didn't finish it. Dang it. Well, oh brother, where art thou?
Well, we do need you to write it down.
Yeah, I didn't. I should have done a repeat, but
Yeah, you could have used a repeat. Matt, do you have it?
No.
Okay. Well, that could have been costly. Obra Verarta would have been correct, but we do need it for you to write it down. So yeah, we're going to point right there. So as we move on to the penultimate question here in round number 1, category of comedies. And here is your question. Which 2004 sports comedy features cameo appearances by Lance Armstrong, Chuck Norris, and David Hasselhoff? I don't think the answer to this film, I don't think has been mentioned that much, and I truly love this film.
It's true. I think it's okay.
I wonder if they know it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Matt, do you have
I have
anything?
no idea.
Steven?
dodgeball.
One moment.
I think we can take it.
Is that the actual title though?
I think that's fair. I think you can take it.
I don't know. I'm thinking of the if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Oh, I mean, there's that. Oh
No.
yeah, there's that whole.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about now.
No, Will, the actual answer that we have was Dodgeball, a 200
A
story.
true underdog story, yeah. But I didn't even think about that.
I'm checking right now on IMDb is listed just as Dodgeball, so we'll take your answer.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I thought that was a tagline. So
Yeah, I get it, guys. They're very upset if you
Yeah.
didn't take it. I am making sure, okay.
yeah, no, it's fair. I almost used that repeat on Oh Brother Where Art Thou, and I thought I could finish it in time because I was like, I don't want to use a repeat, but like oh well. I almost never use all my repeats, so I don't know. Oh well.
All right. As we move on to the last question of round one, Matthew, what is the category for our last
right.
question?
Your last question is in the category of 90s. What 90s movie features a character that goes by Buffalo Bill?
I once met someone named Bill on Buffalo Wild Wings. He's not much of a talker.
Oh, yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Steve.
Silence of the Lambs.
Matt.
Silence of the Lambs.
That is correct.
Both of them getting that right. So at the end of round number one, the current score is Matt with 2 and Steven with 4. So a 2-point lead for Steven early in the game. As we move on to round number 2. And once again, Matthew, why don't you read us the rules as I grab the wheel for us?
Okay. In round 2, you're both going to be able to spin the category wheel. And for your first spin, if you don't like what you get, you can respin it once unless it lands on opponent's choice. In each category, you will be getting 4 questions, and they will be worth 2 points unless you want multiple choice, which means it will then drop down to 1 point. And if you get it wrong, your opponent may steal, and the repeats and challenges are still in effect.
All right. Any questions before we get to round number 2? No? Okay. So, Steven, we'll let you guys the wheel first. So for today's wheel, we have the categories of crime, John Carpenter, war movies, Paul Feig, Star Trek, M. Night Shyamalan, Disney live action, Will Smith, James Bond, and video game movies. So, Steven, you're currently in the lead. Would you like to spin first, or would you like to defer to Matt?
I'll defer.
Defer. All right, then, Matt. Here will be your first of 2 spins. And yeah, you guys all still have your repeat rule if you need it. John Carpenter, would you like to take it or would you like to spin again?
Spin again.
All right, spinning again. You have to take whatever it lands on this time. And it lands on spinner's choice. Okay, this could be big. Let's see what you would like to pick. Do you want me to read it out again or you know?
No, it's fine. Yeah, I'll go Bond.
Okay, going with James Bond. I'll read the question for Matt, and you go for Steven. Matthew.
Yeah.
All right then, Matt. Here's 4 questions in James Bond. You do have multiple choice if you need it, and you have all 2 repeats on your challenge if you need to do so. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Your first question in James Bond. What was the last film to star Roger Moore as James Bond?
A View to a Kill.
That is correct for 2 points. Question number 2. Emilio Largo owns several of what animals in his house in the movie Thunderball?
Shark.
That is correct for 2 points. Third question. What is the full name of the former MI6 agent that is after M in Skyfall?
Raul Silva.
Another 2 points right there. As we move on to the last question here in James Bond. How many James Bond film stars Pierce Brosnan as 007?
4.
That is correct for another 2 points. A great round. Not too surprised right there that he picked one and he missed it. But yeah, this is exciting now. So now Matt is up by 6, and Steven needs a good wheel spin here to either tie it or catch up with Matt. So Steven, this is going to be your first spin right here.
All right.
And it lands on John Carpenter. Do you want to take it or want to spin again?
I'll take it.
Okay, Matthew, why don't you ask the question to Steven in 4 questions, John Carpenter.
Okay. Your first question in John Carpenter. Which actor was nominated for an Oscar for their role in Starman?
Kurt Russell.
That is incorrect. Matt, for the 2-point steal.
John Hurt.
5.
That is also incorrect. The correct answer is Jeff Bridges. Okay.
That was really stupid. That's stupid.
Your next question in John Carpenter. In John Carpenter's They Live, what kind of establishment was across from the Shantytown soup kitchen that was the target of a police raid?
A church.
That is correct for 2 points.
Big 2 points right there.
Yeah. All right, your next question. Where do the events of 1982's The Thing take place?
Like where, as in like the
geographical location.
Yeah.
Okay. Antarctica.
That is correct for 2 points. Okay. Your final question in John Carpenter. Who played as the prisoner James Desolation Williams in Ghosts of Mars?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice answers are A, Michael J. White, B, Ice Cube, C, Samuel L. Jackson, D, Carl Weathers.
D.
That is incorrect. Matt, for the 1-point steal. A. Okay. That is also incorrect. The correct answer was Ice Cube.
Okay. Yeah.
So if Steven had hit that with a 2, he could have tied it, or even with a 1, he could have been down by 1. But now we go into round number 3 with a 2-point differential. Still a very close game, but this means that Steven will need to answer some questions to throw it back to Matt. Matthew, what did you think of that round number 2?
Yeah. It was lucky that Matt didn't get the steals, because it would be much higher.
Oh yeah. And I just want to point out, Colin made an amazing dodgeball reference in the counter. It's a bold strategy, Albert. Let's see if it pays off. This is about Matt spinning James Bond. But yeah. All right. So as we move on to round number 3, the usual round number 3, you will pick 3 numbers between 1 to 20, corresponds to 3 random categories, and then you will assign it to the point value of 2, 3, and 5. And there is no stealing and no multiple choice. All of you still have all your repeats and all your challenge. Do you have any questions before we go to round number 3?
Nope.
No? Okay. So, Matt, you're currently in the lead. So, pick 3 numbers between 1 to 20.
7, 8, 13.
7, 8, 13, and Steven.
2, 5, 10.
2, 5, 10. We'll reveal the category for Steven first, and then he'll can decide how he want to arrange it. So, Steven, you pick 2, and it corresponds to DC movies. Movies DC based on DC comics outside of the DCEU or World of DC. 5 is Jim Carrey movies, and 10 is spy movies. So we'll let you think on that. So we reveal for Matt. Matt, you picked 7, which is directors. You pick 8, which corresponds to Oscar movies. And you pick 13, which is holiday films, holiday movies. Okay, then. So, Steven, going back to you, do you have a pick decision for your category?
Yeah, I'm gonna do. Okay, I'll do DC at 2, and then Jim Carrey at 3, and then Spy at 5.
Okay, and Matt?
Holiday 2, Oscars 3, directors 5.
Oscars 3 and the wait, okay. Holiday 2, Oscars 3 and directors 5. Okay. All right. So I'll go ahead and ask a question for Steven first.
Okay.
And then you'll ask to Matt if we get to it. So since he's down by 2, he just needs this 2 to pass it back to Matt. So Steven, are you ready for your 2 points in DC movies?
Yep.
All right. So your 2-pointer in DC movies is who directed Superman 2?
Well, that's an interesting question but I think I know what you want.
4. You need a repeat. 3, 2.
Yeah,
1.
repeat.
Okay. In DC movies, who directed Superman 2? So Steven used his first repeat right there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Richard Donner.
Close. It's Richard Lester.
Yeah, see,
Even though
there's this. Yeah, there's another cut, and it's like the Richard Donner cut. So it's like.
Okay, so with that, we are moving on to your 3-pointer in Jim Carrey. So your 3 points in Jim Carrey movies is Jim Carrey played as Whiplock, a red furry alien in which 1980s film?
Mars Attacks.
That is incorrect. We were looking for Earth Girls Are Easy. Earth Girls Are Easy. All right, so it might come down to this, Matthew. If Steven gets his 5, then we'll throw it officially to Matt. But if he misses, then Matt will win by technical knockout. So Steven, here is your 5-pointer in spy movies. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, so your 5-pointer in spy movies. The unofficial James Bond film, Never Say Never Again, was released in 1983. What official Bond film starring Roger Moore was released in the same year? And you do have 2 repeats left.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat.
Okay, in spy movies. The unofficial Bond film, Never Say Never Again, was released in 1983. What official Bond film starring Roger Moore was released the same year?
The spy loved me.
And your winner, by way of technical knockout, Matt, Total Carnage Carnahan. The answer that we were looking for was octopus. So it was a good match, and then round 3 hits, and it was a devastating blow once again to our competitors here. As we'll put them backstage and we will talk to them in a moment. But Matthew, what did you think of that match as a whole?
That was a great match. They were really close, to 2 points, but just couldn't hit anything. Wasn't lucky to round 3.
Yeah, another technical knockout here in the books. He was real close, Steven, getting that Richard one. Couldn't pull out the Lester last name. He was thinking of a space movie as well in Mars Attacks, but not the one that we're looking for. And he did pick a Roger Moore film, but the wrong one. So he was real close 3 times, but unfortunately he couldn't pull it off here.
No.
But now Matt advances with a 6-1 record into the second round of the tournament, which should be exciting to see. So why don't we go to Matt here for the interview? So Matt, first of all, how are you feeling after this match, and congrats on the win?
Oh, thank you. I'm feeling pretty good. I really enjoyed round 2. I mean, I think we both did really well, and both of our round 1s are kind of low, even low for my standards. But yeah, just the losing every question in round 3, like that happened to me last match I had, so it happens.
Yeah, that spinning on the spinner's choice probably. Do you think that was the shift in momentum because you were down after round 1?
Yeah, again, I wasn't too worried because my round 1 is always pretty low. But yeah, I was definitely excited to get spinner's choice. I think that's the first time I've been able to get Bond in round 2. It might be wrong. But yeah, I was going between that and Star Trek. But yeah.
Well, it definitely paid off. Matthew, do you have any questions for Matt Carnahan?
No.
No. Well. Okay then. I'll ask this one last question then for you, Matt. You have a lot of haters out there in the chat, in the group chat as a whole, and you were the former champion, and you did prove it once again here with another win, and now with a technical knockout. So, do you have anything to say out there to the people, quote unquote haters? And another question, I guess, is what are you expecting for the next match here in the tournament?
Well, all of those people should expect to be able to face me soon because the next match I'll probably get eliminated pretty quickly. So I'd like to face all the newcomers that we have in this tournament now.
Interesting. Sorry, I got distracted drinking some bubble tea right here.
Nice.
No. In all seriousness, that next match you're going to be facing me. There's going to be it's going to be a fun match. I've been wanting to play you since forever. Back when we just had the geek competition in Real Genius, I've been wanting to face you. Didn't got a chance in any kind of format. And now this is the first time we're gonna be facing off one versus one against each other. So I'm really excited for this. And
yeah,
you better watch out.
The problem is now both of my main strengths. You have watched all the movies now, so I don't really have anything to use against you.
It should be interesting. It should be interesting either way. I have to strategize as well, but it should be a fun match.
And Andrew and I are question and hosting. Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, do you have anything else to say, Matt? Before this, before we.
No, just it was a fun match, and I'm glad I was able to finally face Steven.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, then. So thank you, Matt, and we'll be talking to you again soon in a couple of weeks.
Okay, great.
All right. And now we'll bring in the unfortunate loser here for today's match, Steven the Bullseye Busch. Steven, you had a quite solid first round. Second round, you also managed to keep it close, and then that third round happened. How are you feeling, first of all?
Well, I never liked the third round because it's never my strengths like ever. It's always like because it's almost anything, and like I like Jim Carrey movies, a few of them, but he's made a lot, and like but the two things that I couldn't stop thinking about going into round three was one, the "Oh brother, where art thou?" question. I was like, I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. And then the other one that really killed me, I should have gotten the Starman question because that was just an idiot move. Because my first thought was just John Carpenter, Kurt Russell, yes, and then I'm like, it's the other Kurt Russell, the Jeff Bridges guy who's similar to Kurt Russell, even though, I mean, are they really that similar? I don't know, but they are in my brain. So I was like, dumb. And then I could have had the lead. But you know what? Like, you can't get too caught up. Like, you just gotta keep pushing forward. And that's what I tried to do. The Superman 2 question, like, I don't think I would have been able to know Richard Lester, but all I could think was Richard Donner, and I was like, the Richard Donner cut, and I was like, maybe he'll give it to me, but I mean, I get it wasn't the theatrical cut, so that's fair. But it was fun. Yeah, I guess it was all right. I just hate round 3, man. It's never good.
Yeah, no, I with your that Richard Lester, Richard Donner thing, I know what you mean by that. Sometimes, like, the answer is wrong, but a word just popped in your head and you just couldn't get it out, and you couldn't think of anything else. That happens, and every competitor have a learning curve. Once again, whether when to use the repeat, whether to take it slow for the round 2, and I'm pretty sure you'll be learning from this, and hopefully in your next match, you'll definitely perform better.
Yeah, you got it. It's a learning process. It's not like Rocky just won his first match. He had to wait for his opportunity. It's like what Slim Shady says. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime, yo. So I'll get my opportunity. And I'll be ready.
Yeah, definitely. After the tournament season, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, now since Matthew, do you have a question to ask to Steven?
No, I mean, I get Kurt Russell and Jeff Bridges confused sometimes too for some odd reason.
Yeah.
And then Kurt Russell is in like Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, and he's like Space Dad also, and like.
Yeah. Well, since you're out of the tournament now, looking from a third-party perspective, do you have anyone that you're rooting for to go all the way, or do you think like who have the best chance of going?
I mean, I think Albert, you're a dangerous man. I didn't win today, but like I doubt I would have beaten you, and it's like I think you're gonna win it all. I'm putting some pressure on you there. But, I don't have a personal favorite or anything. Like, I'm happy for whoever wins. But, I also, it'd be cool. I think I saw my boy Andrew Just was still there. I mean, Matthew's still there. And, like, there's a lot of really good John, like, John's got that. He's got, like, the niche stuff down, like, super well. He knows stuff that, like, no one else knows. But it's also like he's got some weaknesses. So, if he gets the right questions, like he could obliterate his opponents. So, yeah.
Yeah. First of all, I appreciate the vote of confidence. Thank you. But yeah, there are a lot of great match to look forward to upcoming, including Matthew Chen. He's competing this Saturday. This Saturday at 7 p.m. EST. So that's one to look forward for. That will be the last matchup here in round number 1. But yeah, Steven, is there anything else that you would like to say before you sign off?
No, good match, Matt. I'll get you next time.
All right. So thank you, Steven. We'll talk to you soon. Mm-hmm. All right. So Matthew, any final thoughts here before we wrap up the show?
Yeah, it was a great match between you guys. So. And I'm excited to see you face up against Matt.
I'm really both anxious and excited for it because I have a lot of strategizing to do, and I'm pretty sure you have a lot of strategizing to do as well. So it will be very, very fun. And you can already tell I'm gonna have a lot of gimmick that's going to be happening that match. So yeah, that will be exciting. But yeah, this match it was a close game up till the very end. Once again, the round three can be harsh. And yeah, we'll be seeing you again soon, but on the opposite side next time. Not reading the questions, you'll be answering them. So that should be exciting. If you have nothing else to say, then we'll wrap up this match right here.
Okay.
All right then. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for in the live chat being very lively. Thank you for Matt. Thank you for Steven for competing, and thank you Matthew for being a great co-host. And this has been another Real Trivia Face-Off Round 1 matchup of the summer tournament. Will be continuing on Saturday once again, like I said, 7 p.m. EST. Matthew Chen versus Owen Torrance. That should be another great one. So see you guys until next time in Real Trivia Face-Off.